friend Dr. David Proden, the safety doc, and today you are going to be helping me, the doc, with snow plowing or snow blowing my driveway. So you and me, that's what we're doing. So you're going to see everything. Trying to get this beast started over here. Um, I have to get the shovel out for some of this stuff, man. It's gonna be crazy. So we had 6 inches of snow overnight. It's heavy snow. Actually, we had it like from 8 in the morning until about 30 minutes ago. So this has stopped. It's a heavy snow. It'll warm up. A lot of this stuff will kind of be gone. Just to give you an idea what's out here. So they haven't plowed the roads yet. So there'll be a big mound of snow at the end of the road. They'll have to come out and tackle later. And let's just do a little trek here to show you, right? You got the tree back there, Ultra Leamington, yeah, White Christmas. So I'm going to go as far as this extension cord, actually where the seam here in the concrete is. I'll come out to here, and that'll be it. There's no need to go any further than that. So yeah, this is our biggest storm. School is closed here today, Ultra Leamington. So but let's just take a walk back. I know internet gets a little spotty. Yeah, those are my spruce back there, and they look really nice with the snow on them. So my neighbor's place. Yeah, so I'm going to fire up right there. As you guys can see, that is my... Whoa! Who in the world did that? I almost lost the camera. Holy, this is really loose here. I almost did lose the camera. Holy smokes, man. That is my Toro. I've had that thing for maybe 15 years, and it's great. So it's a 4-stroke. Rebuilt the carb a while ago. Do not run any ethanol gas, only run TruFuel. So go through here and we'll gas this thing up and we'll get going. But if you don't live here, if you live in a warm weather climate, man, this is a treat for you. I'm not a fan of winter. I don't like cold weather, don't like winter in general, but the redeeming quality of winter is when we do get a storm like this, I'm not on the road, or people I know aren't on the roads, and I can fire up the snowblower because it's fun. You're going to see this thing throw snow like crazy because this heavy stuff really throws. The light stuff kind of like just blows back at you. So all right, enjoy. Let me get things set up here. Frosty the snowman pokes a bob. I'm too busy to snow. There's a shovel for you. Well, pokes a bob. All right. Hopefully I won't be throwing some snow in at the camera here, but what do we got there? All right, so, whoa! All right, I'm going to fire things up here, everybody, and kind of give you the bird's eye view of what's going on here. Whoa! All right, guys, here we go. Step number 2 in this process is to put some gas in. So let's do that. Let's hope this thing starts on the first try, which it won't. My hearing protection, these are really good. 3M, I got these in fall, and they're much better than the Stanleys I had. Stanleys kind of all cracked out and stuff like that, but these do a good job. So for now, I'll just kind of put them like right here. And then let me get some TruFuel gas. Oh! All right. So I only run this stuff. TruFuel, so you can get this like at Home Depot. It's synthetic fuel. If you open it, it lasts for 2 years. If you don't open it, it's supposed to last for 5 years. I'm on board with this. I've always had success as far as like clean carburetors and small engines. I run this in the weed whacker. I don't run it in the lawnmower because the lawnmower typically runs hot enough and frequent enough where I've never had a problem with the carb. But this stuff works great for the snowblower. It's, again, higher octane. What is it? 300 octane. No, that can't be right. That's like airplane fuel. I don't know, 92 octane. So it's good stuff. Again, TruFuel. It's expensive, but I don't use a lot of this, and it's well worth not having to deal with a clogged up carburetor. So let's fuel this beast up. All right. Frosty the snowman was a happy snowman. He was made of snow, but the children know. That's probably good now. That's heavy snow. Put a little more in. All right. This should run through this. Depends if I go over and clear my neighbor's place out or not, which I don't know. All right, I say that because, not that I'm not a good neighbor, because I am, but the snowplows haven't come through yet. So to clean out at the end of somebody's driveway before the snowplow comes through and then put solid back is just kind of meaningless. So if a snowplow comes through, I might clean out their driveway, and my neighbor's over here with their driveway. So, all right, guys. Before, let me just check. I can't see the chat as I'm doing this. Let me see if there's any comments. All right, there's no comments. So yeah. Why don't we be getting going here with some snow plowing? So, Frosty the snowman. Dun 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 dun. All right, guys, how we doing here? So let me just a little bit higher. All right, Doc is gonna clear out some snow, folks. So I got a choke right there. Pull the choke out. Choke's in the back. Check the oil. Oil's fine. You're in full synthetic on this. Got the choke. Got the key on. And then I had to run a paraffin wax stick over this because this is what turns the chute. So I'll probably just put the chute now. So I'm going to prime it and we'll see if it goes. 1, 2, 3. 3 unprimed. That's what you do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because I know it's not flooded. All right. My technique here is to work from the front to the back, and then I'm going to throw the snow this way because I have a shorter distance to my neighbor's driveway that way, and that's my yard, so I'll just throw most of the snow that way. right, I think they're going. Off the concrete over here, not on the grass, but not quite sure where that is. Over here. That's not good. Well, I didn't run out of gas, but man, it's not. We'll see. That was weird. Shouldn't be misfiring like that. Oh, Lord. Well, we'll find out if it's finally show.
Man, I just burned it like a quart of gas. That's a super gas. Another car, snowboard.
I would have used up this gas, anyway in the next 2 weeks with some snows, but I ran everything dry at the end of the year. So I think, as I'm tilting and stuff like that, I only had a little bit of gas in there. So now I shouldn't run into that issue, but usually it doesn't burn 3 gallons on a driveway, a residential driveway. So we'll see, but let me quickly dispose of this. All right, so as you guys have been watching this, you can see who's watching. Holy smokes, guys! Thanks. All right, super chats for gasoline, absolutely, I'll take it. But so you know, I work on this thing every summer. You know, touch up any rust on it. The bale in the front, replaced a couple years ago. But yeah, otherwise it's good. It's a 15-year-old snowblower. I bought it new. I run full synthetic oil. That's my thing, you know. In it. Now the thing is, like, you're running this in winter, so naturally, right, it's probably not going to overheat because the air is going to cool it down. But it's been doing good here. As I said, I think I needed to get a little more gas in it. So I'll continue through it. At some point, the snowplow might come by. We'll see. But it's doing a pretty good job. Because it's like 33 out here, it's still snowing a little bit. This stuff will just melt off on its own. I'll probably take a shovel and run over this one time. But, like, you know, by tomorrow, this driveway will be bare. That's the way the start of season snows kind of are. And then after that, like January and February, it's just look just like it does now because it doesn't warm up enough for it to melt. And I don't like to put ice melt on a driveway because it's not good for the concrete, so I'll try to avoid that. I'll put like fireplace ash out here, things like that. Every once in a while, you just got to put ice melt if you get like an ice storm, maybe one time a year or something, because the coastal people have to walk up, and of course, coming into the garage, this area, I want to make sure that this is all melted off. I don't want anybody skidding a vehicle into the garage. But so yeah, hey, if you live in Florida, you're probably not dealing with this. But my neighbor up there is shoveling. So yeah, yes, but nah, I'd help him out. They look like they're having a good time now. So all right, let's keep that. Let's move this way. because it doesn't make sense. The city doesn't come through the plow. On my side, they'll come down. So that's why I need to do a lot down there, and I tried to lessen up right over here, so it'll still be a big pile at the end. And then, yeah, as I said, it doesn't really make sense to go over and help any of my neighbors out now because it just fell apart in. Plow comes through when we're not out there. Yeah, I'll definitely do that. But for now, yeah, that's not the case. So this is already melting, and you can kind of see the purpose here. Well, first, if you don't have a snowblower, you're like, what's the deal there? So, this is like a smaller snowblower, but it's kind of this bigger end of a small, where it's got the adjustable chute. Like the really small ones, they just have. You got to go down and manually remove all that stuff. Actually, is this tight? I don't know, man. I gotta check. It's got loose on this side. Used it. So in winter, in summer, this folds in, and I put it away in the garage. But so yeah, this is a Briggs Stratton Ice King motor. Had the carb rebuilt on it once because the ethanol killed it. But runs good. As long as you can take on like a foot of snow with this. After that, you'd be looking around your neighborhood. So he's got the really big snowblower, but usually there's never a problem. And if you get a snowstorm coming in, you just get out every once in a while and kind of clear things off. But yeah, this has been really, really reliable, especially with the TruFuel gasoline. It it starts right up and keeps running. So you can tell I put there's a couple of snow here, but put some yellow reflectors on it. Those are really high vis, like 3M, super high vis. And the reason again is if I'm out here at night, it gets dark at 4 o'clock, or super early in the morning before we got stuff going on. I throw the lights on. We got 3 lights up above and the little side lights. But you get out in this area, people coming up and down and it's slippery. I want them to be able to see me, and then also, makes the snowboard a little more visible. So you got your handle. This is your bail. So the mower will run on its own, but then let's start it right, and then the bail will get the blades moving in the front. So this thing has those are like rubber tire type blades, which work really well. Like I can get about 8 years before I have to replace those. And they don't cut into the concrete at all, and they get down pretty far. So I actually like those for what I have to do. If I was like in the country and stuff like that, I'd have to go with a more heavy duty snowblower. But this thing works really well for what I need it to do. And then yeah, that's kind of the deal. I tend to throw far into this side because that's where my lawn is, and then as the year goes on, this will just get higher and higher. So I'm going to start by throwing it back as far as I can. And then over here, I don't do too much because, I don't have a lot of room over here in the neighbor's driveway. So actually, here's the new concrete slab, right? So the goal here was, when I put this in and pulled it out this far, when you got out of your vehicle, right, someone gets out on the passenger side, they'd be able to get out onto concrete, which has a sweep finish, so it has some grip to it, which exactly is happening right now. Like it's grippy. Before this was just grass, so now you've enabled somebody to get out onto this. So I think that's kind of a neat thing. So what I'm going to do is to put this guy away. I'll kind of just put him to the side for now. I'm going to grab a shovel and clean things up here a little bit. Snow forecast. This is it. We're not getting any more today. So. I will, touch things up. If snowplow comes through, then we might have a little more work to do here. Yeah. All right, let's check comments. I just had an incoming call, but I don't know how to take that when the camera's also on here, so we'll have to see. One of those things. It was a local number though, so. All right, let's get the shovel out here. Get some cleared off. By the way, I brought up the sleds, the ski board, and the snow tube. Could probably put a little bit more air in here, but it'd be good for now. So my youngest daughter will put this thing. We got a snow hill at the end of our property, so. Steel shovel. Just do a little filing on the corners here, but I've had this thing a long time, real long time. So I'm going to just clear off everything right now because I have stones close to the house here. I never take the snowblower within 6 inches of that. We don't need stones flying out in my yard. So. But yeah, so this will just clear things off. So I'm going to get to it over here. Pretty much all slush. All right. Okay. If you guys haven't checked out Graham Wilson's Super Pilotage channel, check it out. Here's stuff. 3 shows a week. Funny guy. Graham Wilson's Super Pilot-ish. First official clearing of the new concrete slab. So my strategy here, I already drove on this morning, so it's packed down a little bit. Yeah, ideally you don't want to do that, but I'm going to go straight down the middle of the driveway, and then I'll work and just clean off both sides. That tends to work pretty well. So the interesting fact is, this is an illusion. The driveway is wider on this side by about 10 inches than it is on this side. I never knew that until I did the concrete project, and the concrete guy pointed out to me, kind of weird, like when these were put in originally, they were not the equal size. So one of those things. All right, I'm gonna do an extra clear here. Anything right up by the garage, I want to make sure it's really clean, because the last, you don't want anybody coming into the garage area and this be icy, because they're probably not getting out here. They're probably going to get out inside the garage, but you don't want the vehicle to start skidding when you get right close to the garage. Shouldn't be driving that fast anyway. All right, so take it down. Could probably break this stuff up, but it's not worth it. It's not worth it because this is all going to melt in the next couple days. It'll be 40 here in 2 days, so. If it was going to drop down into the 20s, I'd spend more time breaking stuff up. But again, it's not worth it. It'll be all gone. Again, this is a metal shovel. I don't use plastic shovels because I just don't cut it. Has this long time. This is a heavy spring steel shovel. So, all right. So I've got this over here. I'm just going to work on a little bit because there, that helped a lot. There's always a chance that stuff can come out. Kind of get slippery, but that'll take care of that. So. It's maybe like 1 in the afternoon now. It seems really overcast and gloomy, because it is. I'm getting hot. Cool down here. feels better. So yeah, about 30, 33, 34 out here. So we'll keep shoveling. Let's check the see who's hanging around here. All right. All right, everybody. You probably saw the police drive by, so just checking out the neighborhood, right? So everything is done. So let's take a look around here. There we go. I won't have you just looking into my garage. So here I got stones up, and so I don't want to get close to that with a snowblower. Yeah, and remember, like, yeah, all snow covered before, and then really close to the garage here, I want to make sure I've got things cleared off because I don't want any sliding or this to be icy. There's the new concrete. Man, that cleaned off really well. And that was the goal too, was to have an area over here that you could get out of the car and you'd be onto a, what's called a swept finished pavement. So it's got some grip to it. And then this is all going to melt. Down here at the end of the road, the snowplow has not come through yet, so I'll have to get back out here. And I'll got a snowblower or snowplow coming through. But there's one snow plowing up there, or snow blowing. But like I'd usually do this neighbor's, that neighbor, and then right there in the blue house, like that neighbor. So. All right. Well, guys, I'm going to get going. Thanks for watching this show. I appreciate it.